Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Friday afternoon here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go to our friends over in Perth in particular and speak to another Swan Districts women's football player. Of course, 2 days ago we interviewed Nami Baker, but this time we've now interviewed one of her teammates, of course, in Jess Cox. She joins us on Zoom right now. Thanks, Jess, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No worries. Well, obviously, normally I'd be speaking to you about the season, how that's travelling at the moment, but obviously with season not going ahead so far. But how's training been like? I know that the restrictions have eased a bit more for yourselves to get back into training together.
Yeah, look, the restrictions have been put in place, but I mean, just to get back on the track and be around the girls and, you know, have a good laugh and a chat and hit the footy with them has been great. And, you know, it's exciting to be back on the field with them.
I guess normally about now you almost be about the midway part of the season, normally. How frustrating has it been to not be back on the field yet and playing?
Look, yeah, it has been a bit of a disappointment not to be starting when we usually do, but I think it's a great opportunity also that, you know, we get a little bit of extra time to work on our craft and, you know, maybe an opportunity to get ourselves a bit more fitter than what we were.
Now, tell us a bit about the team and, you know, any new players that you've got come through there for the season if it does start this year.
Yeah, so we've got a few girls come over from a few different clubs, which is really exciting. They're showing a lot of talent out there and commitment too. And a few young guns too coming up from our Rogers Cup, showing a bit of commitment and, you know, they've got some raw talent, which will be exciting.
And tell us a bit about your amazing head coach there at Swans Districts. Obviously, she was a former Rogers Cup coach, Premiership coach there at Swans Districts. Tell us a bit about how much she's put into this amazing team to prepare for the 2020 season.
Yeah, Leith Woods, you know, I think she's an amazing coach. She's definitely been around the club for a while and got a lot of knowledge under her belt, and she brings a lot of wise footy knowledge and, you know, is giving us a lot of a big head start, I would say, and just connecting with us on another level too as players on the field, but off the field, which I think is really important. So I'm super excited to have her as our coach too.
I guess the question I need to ask you, which is, obviously, I interviewed Nami about this same question 2 days ago, which I'm going to ask you the same question, which is how important is to have a new head coach that actually knows the system really well, from obviously being a youth girls coach and knowing the dynamics of the particular club.
Yeah, so having Woodsy around for the club and knowing the system, I think we're so fortunate to have that. And you know, like I said, she's had a lot of experience, so she brings a lot of knowledge to us and can really help us grow, I think, as a team, but also as individuals.
Now, of course, I have to ask you this question because I asked Nami this same question, which is, tell us how special is it to play alongside Nami? Because obviously when I interviewed her, the one thing she mentioned about you was obviously you were one of the players that she looked up to and obviously one of the mentors. Firstly, how special to hear that from her? And obviously I'm going to get your response to how special to play alongside Nami.
Yeah, I did actually listen to Bates' interview. You know, when she said that, I thought, it, you know, brought a big smile to my face. It was, you know, lovely of her to say that. But I also see a bit of myself in Nami, you know, the way she plays and the way she goes about her footy. She's a lovely girl. I think she's got some really good talent, and it's, you know, it's really exciting to watch her play footy too and what she can grow into, I think, as well.
Now, obviously, she's overcoming an injury at the moment. Normally, she wouldn't be playing this year. I guess how special would it be to hopefully see her back on the field in 2020 when the season starts, instead of not seeing her at all playing in 2020?
Yeah, I think, of course, unfortunately, we didn't get to start when we did. But like I said previously, this is like an opportunity, and I think it's worked in Baker's favour, and I think it's great. We're going to be able to have her on our team, and for me to play alongside her, I'm so grateful for that.
Now, I also don't want to reel back to what happened last year. The grand final lost to East Freo. But, of course, you've had an amazing run to get there. Obviously, amazing club. Obviously, I've seen pretty much every single grand final that you've been involved in. I guess, how special is to be part of a team that has been so successful over there in WA?
Yeah, to be part of a team that is, very quite successful, and to manage to get to a lot of finals, is exciting, and to be part of that is really, I'm very fortunate. I think, being in a club like that, you can learn so much, not only on the field but off the field, and I think, being in a club who can take it to the finals too is exciting, and we can build a really strong team from here.
Now, I guess, what did you learn from last year's loss to East Freo to not do again if you get there again this year?
Probably some tips we learned from them was they have a really strong backline wall, so breaking the barriers through that would I think is going to definitely help us next time we see them.
Now, I have to ask, how special will it be to do it in a very unusual year and beat the Mighty Sharks at their own game in 2020?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it would be absolutely, it would be awesome if we did, but until then, that's a fair game.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, for you, Jess, how did you get involved in footy and why did you choose it?
So I come from a small country town out in the wheat belt. So I originally started playing footy when I was in Auskick. I played with the boys till I was about 17 years of age. And I tried netball, but footy was, you just knew it in the heart that it was for me, and it's a sport I just am so passionate about and really enjoy.
What will be some footy highlights throughout your footy journey so far? Am I assuming one of them might be a premiership along the way?
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully in the future as well, but also in 2017 we got a Premiership Cup, so that was amazing. A few highlights. Back in, I've made a few state teams. 2015 to 2018, I made the state team. A big highlight for me was 2016 All-Australian, huge achievement, but also taking it right back, I would say, as a kid, I got the first female runner-up fairest and best in my local junior comp, so that was a good one to pin on the wall.
Now, tell us a bit about the 2017 Premiership, and I guess how special was that year? Because obviously, I saw Swans Districts win 2016 over there in Perth. How special was 2017? And tell us a bit about it.
2017 was the year that we all three grades took out the cup. So, that was so special, and to wear our colours with pride and to show people, Swan Districts is an exciting club and it's growing, and we've got so much talent coming through, and to win that cup through three grades was just amazing, and everyone involved,
I guess winning all three, I guess I know it hasn't been done much at all over there. I guess, when did it get to the realisation that it can actually be done. Like, he's actually going to achieve the ultimate goal of winning all three. Obviously, the Rogers Cup, the reserves, and the league.
Yeah, I think it was the games that we had in our finals when, you know, that last game you had to take the win to secure your spot in the grand final. And when all three grades did, you know, I think every single player, staff member, supporter, we all got a bit of goosebumps in it, and, you know, just thinking, wow, you know, we can really take it there, and it's possible.
Now, I know, of course, Swan Districts' home ground, they're at Steel Blue Oval. Obviously, they've revamped the club rooms just recently, and obviously the amazing photos that I saw of the new changing rooms of the women's football side of things. Firstly, did you go and see it for yourself, and did you, have a chance to figure out what club room, I guess, locker that you wanted?
Yeah, I did actually. I walked in, and it was amazing the way the setup was done. And what an opportunity, and we're so fortunate to have a club room built for us. I did get to go have a few seats on the lockers, but I'm not fussy. I'll take anyone. So.
That's fair enough. Now, what does the sport of football mean to you now, and especially being there at Swan Districts?
Yeah, footy means so much to me. You know, it's a big part of my life. It's a place where, I can be me and really express myself. And at Swan Districts, there's so many beautiful people around that will, help you grow as a footballer, but also grow as a person outside of footy too.
Do you have any short or long-term goals in the sport of football?
I definitely want to make the AFLW. That's been a big dream of mine since Auskick. So still working to get there, and always will. Some short-term goals, I'll just say giving my all in the league side, and doing the best I can do for the club.
Now, what would be your advice to our listeners or viewers over in WA that should get involved in footy, especially down there at Steel Blue Oval?
Yeah, so if you're looking at getting involved in footy, I'll just say give it a red hot crack, and just have a go. There's lovely people around there. There's always someone willing to give you a hand, willing to grow your game and grow you. And, if you really want it, never give up. And, we learn the most from not our victories, but our setbacks. And, yeah.
Now, of course, let's finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates. But before I do that, tell us a couple of the youth players coming into the senior team that we should watch out for once the season starts, without giving too much away.
I'll definitely say there's some young girls coming up from our under-18 side. Emma Nana, I definitely think she's got some great skill to her game. I also think a few of the bit of the underdogs, I reckon Lauren Osborne, I think she's an absolute solid player and does so well in the back line. And Hayley Cole too, I think, a few people like that you need to look out for.
Now let's finish up with a couple of harder questions about your teammates. Firstly, you can include last season's one as well, obviously with the season haven't started for this year, which is any embarrassing moments that your teammates have done?
Look, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but I will say there's been a few Falcons already at training, so.
Fair enough. Now, who's the comedian in the team?
The comedian. I'd definitely say the Hyde girls. Definitely get everyone laughing. But I'll also give a shout out to Fee Boucher. I think she knows how to crack a joke.
Well, you might as well tell us a bit about the High Girls because they've been mentioned already twice already. Yourself and Nami, and obviously I know a bit about their personalities when I was over there in Perth myself. Tell us, for our listeners out there, tell us a bit about the Hyde sisters and their personalities to the club.
Yeah, they definitely bring a bit of spunk. They'll give a good banter, but also great footy players too. So always, whenever you're around them, you're bound to have a laugh, no matter what.
Now, who's the best singer in the team?
Oh gosh, I think. Look, I reckon as soon as we hit the showers after a good game, we're all having a sing in the showers. So I don't know about good, but yeah.
Well, following up on that question, any good dancers in the team, or they think they are?
I think Michaela Bowen, I think she knows how to dance. I'll give her that. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's got so much energy.
Yes, that one got mentioned as well by Nami. Now, of course, I have to ask. Now, I know there's this new social media craze called TikTok. Has any of your teammates done that yet, and who's done the most?
I haven't actually seen any TikToks. The only one I would say is Anne Stannett, and saying on that too, she actually knows how to dance as well. So
fair enough. Now, last season, I'm assuming that you have like a real pump up song to hype the team up before a game. If so, what was the song that was the most hated out of that playlist, and who ran the playlist?
Oh, the DJs. I would say Kelly Gibson and Emily Maguire would probably take the stereo most of the time. However, I wouldn't say they played a bad song. I rate their playlist. I think they did quite well.
Now, of course, I asked Nami this question on Wednesday, which I'm going to ask you as well. After your premiership wins, was there any celebrations, or how was it, and how was the Mad Mondays, if you can remember?
Yeah, the celebration was great. So many big smiles around the club, and I will say that they definitely do call Mad Mondays mad for a reason. No, but it was great. It's always great winning a premiership too.
Yeah. Now, two final ones before I let you go, which is, has anyone done any, obviously we mentioned about embarrassing, any silly moments that's ever happened by any of your teammates, either at training or during a game?
I would say maybe just clumsy, just silly like that. I'd say maybe Erin Brown probably tripping over her own feet, running to go get the ball. So.
And one last one. Now, do you have a pre-game superstition or ritual, or have you seen any of your teammates done something similar which, make you scratch your head thinking, why did they do that?
I know a few girls probably just more like listening to their playlist before a game, like Michaela Bowen. I think she always likes to dance before a game, to be honest. But I don't have any before a game. Maybe a superstition before I go for goal would just be readjusting my socks and giving the ball a flick before I put it on my boot.
Now, you just mentioned about goals, and I'm definitely going to finish up with this one last one, which I actually forgot Nami actually mentioned this to me. But you are a goal kicker yourself. What's the best goal that you've done, and what's the best celebration after a goal that you've done?
Oh, best goal that I've done would have to be we were down by about 5 points, and then it was in our forward line. It was a throw up and a stoppage, and I've just read a perfect ruck tap and picked the ball up and snapped it in front of goal, and we won by a point that day. And I just got up and was just threw my hands in the air, going I gave it my all, and that was just awesome.
Well, Jess, thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. It's awesome having you on the show, and obviously please send your best wishes to your teammates for us. We're right behind the Swans Districts team, and let's hope hopefully when the season starts in 2020 that you can go all the way and win all, and obviously knock off the mighty Sharks and win that premiership off them this time.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me.
No worries, and that's Jess there from the Swan Districts Football Club. Of course, make sure once the season starts in Perth, you can get down there, especially down the Steel Blue Oval, and of course, and catch the action of this amazing women's football team once the season commences. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away.